In the heart of the Eldoria Empire, where tall mountains touched the sky and green forests spread out as far as the eye could see, stood a grand royal palace. This was the home of Prince Ethan, a young man who had everything he could wish for. He wore fine silken robes and golden ornaments, and many servants attended to him. He was skilled in scriptures and weaponry, and was always at the forefront of expanding his kingdom, tirelessly working day and night, as if it were the sole purpose of his life. Yet joy was absent from his heart, and his laughter seemed to have vanished somewhere. The prince's father, King Theron, was deeply saddened to see the lack of a smile on his son's face. One day, he called the scholars of the kingdom to bring a smile to the prince's face, but no one knew how to bring happiness to the prince's face. The king thought that perhaps he would have to do something unique and extraordinary to please the prince. One day, King Theron made a proclamation throughout the empire. "Whoever can bestow true joy upon my son, Prince Ethan, shall be rewarded with the royal treasury and granted a high position in the royal palace." Upon hearing this announcement, people from far and wide flocked to the palace. Wealthy merchants arrived bearing precious gifts. Renowned artists brought programs of entertainment, and mighty warriors showcased their strength. Everyone desired to make the prince happy and win the royal reward. A wealthy nobleman, Lord Valerius, brought books, a sword made of a unique metal, and precious jewels for the prince. He heaped gifts in front of the prince, but the prince's eyes showed no light. Lady Isolde, a celebrated entertainer, sang melodious songs and performed graceful dances. For a fleeting moment, the prince seemed interested, but soon there was no happiness on his face. Powerful warriors brandished swords and spears, demonstrating their might, yet no emotion flickered across the prince's face. King Theron and the people of the kingdom began to despair. Would the prince forever remain sad? Could anyone truly bestow upon him true joy? Then, one humble day, a simple village girl named Serena arrived at the palace. She had heard of the prince's sorrow and the king's reward for anyone who could find joy for him. Serena felt that perhaps she could show the prince the true happiness. Serena met King Theron and said, "Your Majesty, I am no wealthy merchant or artist. I am a simple village girl, but I believe I can show the prince true joy." King Theron had no faith in Serena, but he had nothing to lose by that. He granted Serena permission to meet the prince. Serena met Prince Ethan and proposed spending some time with him, away from his busy schedule. She said she would give him something he fully deserves, but he doesn't have it yet. Intrigued, the prince agreed to Serena's proposition. Serena made no attempt to offer the prince expensive gifts or entertainment. Instead, she led him to the kingdom's beautiful places. She showed the prince the beauty of colorful flowers and had him experience the tranquility of trees swaying in the gentle breeze. Serena told the prince, "Look, prince, how beautiful this world is. It is all around us, and true happiness is hidden within it." Then Serena led the prince to a small pond. She told the prince, "See this water, how calm and still it is. True happiness is like this too, calm and still. It is not in external things, but within ourselves." Serena then showed him squirrels playing in the trees and other magnificent and wonderful wildlife, who spend time with families and play happily with each other. Serena continued, "Prince, be grateful for what you have. The great kingdom, palace with magnificent facilities, the love of your father and family, all of this is priceless. Stop grieving for what you don't have and learn to be happy with what you do have." One day, Serena took the prince to a poor area of the village. Serena told the prince, "Prince, true happiness is not only in living for oneself, but also in serving others. When you help someone in need, the joy you receive is not found in any material possession." The prince experienced the suffering and pain of the poor, and a desire to do something for them awakened within him. The prince donated food and clothing to the poor. Serena's simple words touched the prince's heart. Gradually, the prince changed. and a smile began to appear on his face. It was as if he had learned to be happy and enjoy life. He relinquished his preoccupation with expanding the kingdom and began to serve his people. For the first time, hearty laughter echoed through the palace from Prince Ethan. King Theron was overjoyed to see his son happy. He wished to bestow a royal reward upon Serena, but she refused to accept it. She said, "Your Majesty, I desire no reward. I only wish to show the prince true joy, and I am happy that I have done so." The prince understood that Serena was referring to the joy hidden in her face when they first met, and that was what she wanted to give me. King Theron was deeply impressed by Serena's selflessness and granted her an honorable place in the royal palace. A poor village girl became a living example of true joy in the Eldoria Empire. This story teaches us that true happiness isn't about things you can buy. It's about being happy with what you have. It's about not always wanting more and not being sad about what you lack. True happiness is inside you, and it's found in the simple, beautiful things around us. It's in spending time with people you love,